Start with your toilet, please.
Start with the toilets. Okay. The title for it, Kohler smart toilet seats are accessible through Bluetooth on an analytical app. So taking it back a little bit, Kohler is like a really big brand when it comes to like faucets, toilets. Like half the time they're like your faucets and stuff for the showers, right? Like it's just one of those brands that does all of that stuff. So they have this smart toilet. It's called the Pure Warmth, where basically what their smart technology inside of it is it heats up and there's LED lights that change based on different vibes, times of the night, things like that. Someone basically found that like you don't need the official Kohler you don't need the official Kohler app in order to actually operate it. There's like third-party apps that basically you could just connect to it and take control of the toilet seat on it, which I mean is like, I guess from a security standpoint that's a big deal, but like, oh no, while I'm using the bathroom it might turn from blue to orange. Like
No, my biggest fear is that I'm sitting down on the toilet and I'm really enjoying it. Like, and then all of a sudden it goes red and the Insidious theme song comes up. I'm like, holy crap, dude! Like, are you serious?
this is why you gotta stop watching scary movies.
Like, dude, that'd be pretty messed up. Like, I don't know, dude. I think some things are just meant to be analog, unless it kind of like
No,
reads
I
like
mean
health
that's
stuff.
literally the
Drops
point
and
of this is like,
it analyzes your poops. Like, oh crap! Like, I need more fiber.
so that's what I thought it was about, was like, does it actually like check to make sure I'm being healthy? But no, what they were basically saying was like, there's like Internet of Things or smart technology is not perfect from a security standpoint. So what I was actually thinking about this whole thing is, what are your thoughts on smart devices and the security around them?
Ooh, um, I'm 50-50. I'm very pro like smart devices, but also it's hard to like even for locks. I can't have like I feel so weird having a smart lock because I feel like that can get hacked.
How's that different than
I
someone just picking your lock though?
I feel like people are more tech savvy. I don't know. Do you know how people pick a lock? I don't think anyone knows how to pick a lock anymore.
I know how to pick a lock.
Well,
I mean, dude,
good to
it's
know.
okay. So I've thought about that specifically with the lock, right? Because
Hmm.
on our property, each unit has basically a keypad piece, right, for Airbnb, things like that. And so like there's the, oh, it could maybe get hacked. But then at the same time, I was like, a standard lock could get hacked. And I mean, realistically, any of these doors, if they're not reinforced correctly on the door frame itself, you could just kick the damn thing open anyways, right? And so like whether you're hacking like in a technical way or you're hacking in an analog way, there's still vulnerabilities.
I think people becoming more tech savvy is that the analog is slowly dying. That if you do all the right stuff, reinforce it, get a good lock, and you know how to pick it and all that, I think that'd still be safer because I feel like everyone's gonna be learning how to what was it, black cat hacker?
Black hat.
Black hat? I don't know, dude. I'm not a hacker. I feel like you were or are, so if you watching out.
No, I'm just technical.
Yeah, I feel
Okay,
like a
what
lot of
about
people
this
were
though?
technical.
Have you ever left the house, gotten into your vehicle, drove for like 5 minutes,
I know.
and
Those
then
are the
second
ones where I'm
guess
like
second guess if you lock the
that's
door?
the that's the only time like crap, I wish I had a smart lock. Then you drive, you get out, you double check it. Yeah.
Do you actually
Again,
go
pros
back to the house to check to see if you locked it?
if I don't have 100% like memory of it, then yeah, I would go back.
So is it worth going digital so you don't have to do that anymore?
I don't know about that. I think convenience wise, yes, I'm freaking smart out everything. I think I'm just gonna be in the old, not fully full immersion tech. That there's something I just want to make sure that's not just techie.
So it's just like that one item. Like you'll have your lights done,
My
like
light's done. Um,
heating, AC, all that other stuff is good to
I
go.
think yeah, all good to go. I think when it comes to security stuff, I think one of our old friends had a general concern about baby monitors
Mm-hmm.
and either if it's a Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, and if it's Wi-Fi, like how it connect, and that's kind of a scary thought. that someone's watching our kid, you know, like if that's a possibility.
I mean, that was on the
Um,
news. There was someone hacking into baby monitors and scaring the babies. And then the parents found out about it only because they happened to be walking by the baby room and hearing this person terrorize their baby.
yeah, I think that's another issue. I think there's certain things that I would go 80%, but there's some like the 20% of things that I would want to be cognizant about. Yes.
Actually, that's a
And
really good point. Like from a
granted,
business standpoint,
yeah.
making it dummy easy to set up your smart devices in a safe, secure way. Because a lot of people
Hmm.
don't understand, like, how's a router work? How does like my network work? Can I separate
Is
the
it
networks? Is it all on the same network? Like people don't know what that means.
I learned that moving in my own place because I always had you do all the tech stuff, so I had to fend for myself and Google some stuff.
Do you have two separate networks inside your own
Yes, I
house?
do.
So one's for all your IoT devices, the other one is for actually using stuff.
I don't know what IoT devices mean, but it's 2.4 and 5.0.
Yeah, that's not what I was referring to.
Clearly, I got a lot more learning to do.
You're gonna be customer one when like this fictitious business steps up of like, okay, now that you got
Well,
a smart light, let me teach you how to do it with one click button safely.
oh, I did that, you know. Hold on. Alexa, reading light on. Boom, sucker. Alexa, reading light off. Okay. At least I got that far.
Okay. Yeah, no, I think as more devices, I think there's definitely an over indexing of some things being smart, right? Like there's smart fridges, ovens, like everything in the kitchen is basically smart at this
Is
point.
smart. So,
Um,
but since you're so immersed in tech, what's up? What is your thoughts? Are you in the 100%? I'm gonna smart house my smart house Disney. You
basically,
know,
if
I
if
got all
if
crazy.
yeah, if I can basically have a smart device with a product, I think for the most part it's going to become a smart device. There's not really there's high convenience, which is great and
Yes,
everything
agreed.
like that. From a security standpoint,
Yeah, how would you do security wise? Like, what are some buzzwords if we are listening in, i.e. me, if I needed to secure my network, what would you do? Or like just again those buzzwords we can look up later.
so setting up two distinct networks, right? So like 2.4 and 5.0, those are basically that's associated to like the wavelength that it's transmitting on,
Okay.
right? Versus like having two networks, you could have like let's say network 1 2.4 and network 2 2.4, and you would put all of your devices for the actual home inside a local network that would be on like 2.4, which would be like your network number 2, and then you have like web surfing and all the other stuff you do on your other computer on the other network, right? So like think
Mm,
about this, like you know like when you set up, I mean no one has a printer anymore, but remember when you would set up a printer in the house, it only worked when it was on the same network as your like laptop. That's because
mhm.
like you're able to actually communicate it to, but if it was on a different network, it won't talk to it still, right? And so you could just kind of like create two different areas where there's just like two different spaces for the devices versus the other stuff. Does that mean it's less likely to be hacked? No, but you know, it's just one more barrier of like you have two different types of passwords managing it, or right, it's the same idea of us having our last pass or our one password or whatever it is yeah, do we want to have the same password for every single device that we have, right? My password for all my passwords is password. And then like that's not very safe,
Got it.
right?
Got it.
Versus every
Two
single
S's.
two S's, exactly. Or, you know, in the same way that like every single account has a unique alphanumeric like password, it's not perfect, but it provides a little bit more security, right?
Hmm.
And then you don't have to worry about like, you know, your baby monitor for your not baby to be terrorized by people.